What's good, fam? This your boy Z the Real. Now, this is going to be part 2, right? Where once again I'll prove that Zachary K. Hubbard is not only somebody who made up his gematria system, right? This whole system that people are following behind, he made up. But on top of that, he doesn't know what he's talking about. This guy doesn't know any real research at all, right? He's tuned into these numbers and he doesn't know what the hell he's doing. And then I'll also show you how far this guy's willing to stoop just to get views, right? Attention. I'm gonna show you just how far he's willing to go, right? Because once again, this is the second video where he's saying the N-word, right? He uses a reason to say the N-word, okay? And I'm also going to reveal the reason why he hates Farrakhan. Because the reason why he did this video, because again, this man don't like Louis Farrakhan at all. Right? I told you, man, this dude don't like anything that has anything to do with black folks, right? This guy, Hubbard, does not respect black culture at all. He don't understand why black people are talented. He don't understand why black people are leaders. He don't understand this at all. This is a guy who lives in his own mind. And anybody following him is just as crazy as he is, right? Now, I'm going to commentate, but I'm going to show you something because I have proof this guy is lying about everything he says, right? And before I continue, folks, there are already people that's been coming on to my other video, on my 42 video I was supposed to do. Y'all still trying to make excuses for this guy, all right? For you black folks, I understand that black people that are on my channel coming at me about him, most of y'all don't even live in America. I understand that. But for the black lady that did come on there, I'm not going to say no. I'm not going to call your name out, right? I'm not going to embarrass you like that, like I should be. But you ought to be ashamed of yourself, okay? This man is clearly disrespecting our race, people who have done something for our people, but yet you focus on me. I don't idolize none of these celebrities. The only one I idolize is the Lord Jesus, God himself, right? Lord Yahweh, as his real name, right? That's who I idolize, right? That's who I pray to. Yahweh, aka Jesus, right? I don't idolize these celebrities. The reason why I defend these celebrities is because a lot of them are innocent. They're just regular human beings like you and I off camera. When the cameras go off, right, and they're not doing shows, they're not at the stadiums performing, right? They're not playing and competing or anything like that, right? They got families. They got kids like you and I. They pay their bills like you and I. They got families. They got a moms and pops like you and I. They got brothers and sisters, cousins, nieces, uncles, and grandparents. Okay? They got friends that we see like you and I. Again, they got to pay their taxes like you and I. They pay their car notes and student loans like you and I. Y'all act like they just evil. That's just stupid as hell. But this dude Hubbard continues to lead people down a wrong rabbit hole, right? That you can't get off. Anyways, I'm going to let this idiot talk, and I'm going to show you why this dude is wrong, and I'm going to prove why.
True seeker, the man who built Gematria Forum. If you haven't signed up for Gematria Forum, please do. We need more people doing this research.
No, you need more people doing this research so you can distract him from what's really going on. I told y'all before what Hubbard really is, man. He's a distraction, right? This Mr. Zachary K. Hubbard Greenback, his real name Greenback. His real last name is not Hubbard. It's Greenback, right? Again, there's a video out there, right? He's a Greenback, but this dude wants to distract you from what's really going on, because this guy don't actually cover real issues like these police officers killing unarmed black people, these minorities being killed. He don't cover that at all, right? He don't cover none of these mass murderers, right? From Dylan Roof, the man in Vegas. The other Caucasian that went into that Jewish synagogue and shot them people up, killed them old folks, them elderly, right? Patrick Crucius in Walmart, who are covering, and even the young man in Santa Fe High School, Texas, right? He don't cover them at all, right? The real issues that need to be covered, he don't talk about them. Yeah, you could talk about Trump all day, but you won't talk about the other politicians, the other governors and senators, right? They need to be exposed. You're not talking about them at all.
Contributing to the research. And this man's built the platform to do it. Free to join. It's going to be a great community once enough people are here. So please, I'm going to link this down in the description. You want to join this site. You want to learn from the people who post here. You want to start making contributions yourself. And everyone can do this gematria research. It's a matter of being willing.
No, see, that's the thing, Hubbard. Your gematria ain't real gematria. Your gematria is fake gematria. This ain't real gematria. And again, I'm about to prove that as this video continues, right? Y'all about to see something.
To apply yourself, and I guarantee if you apply.
Notice how low this dude's eye is, right? I told you this dude is high, right? This is a drug addict. This is a dope fiend. This man's probably taking crystal meth, right? Smoking a whole lot of weed in his house all day long, right? This guy's probably on a disability. And yet he want to tell you what the truth is, doing numbers, doing calculations, which, by the way, a lot of his calculations are wrong anyway, dude. This guy don't understand what he be talking about. And there's multiple channels that expose this dude. Like for astrology, there's a channel on there where there's a man and woman, right? They have a conversation Hubbard. Hubbard don't even know what they talk. Don't even know what they check Hubbard on astrology, because they expose you and they tell you that Hubbard don't understand what he's even saying. They expose Hubbard for being a know-it-all. Okay, so again, you gotta watch these type of people.
Yourself, you're going to see just how quickly you figured things out. So he asked if I could look more into the Million Man March of October.
Now, the person that asked him to do this, again, this is somebody who's clearly, man, this can't be no black person. When he wants you to look at this, right, this is somebody who's so deep into the march, they want Hubbard to do this. Hubbard's going to explain this from a disrespectful way, all right? He's not going to use these numbers the way it's ought to be used, right? So, and I've told y'all in the video I exposed on my 42 video, right? His main subscribers are all Caucasians who don't like black people, right? These are Caucasians who's calling my people the N-word off camera. All right, I've already told you this. RFG, the Chosen One, has also exposed this on his channel, right? He's already told you the type of subscribers into Hubbard's channel. So to please his Patreons, the people who's put money into Hubbard's channel, he's willing to stoop low, right? Just to please him. You about to see that now.
October 16th, 1995, led by Mr. Farrakhan. And check this out. October 16th is the day that leaves 76 days left in the year.
Now, again, look at these numbers, right? Negro, look at that. Now, first of all, again, you can't be using the N-word. Look, slave, look at Lewis, look at all these numbers. Now, these are all good blues, right? A song, music created by my black people, right? Look how he's doing this, right? This is disrespectful, right? Any numbers can equal up to this number, right? This means nothing. Look at verse over there. These are numbers he created, okay? Right? Look at this, man. Right? He created this. This is not real, because anybody can calculate this, right? Equal this, right? But again, he wants to make everything look like a conspiracy theory. Okay? Just pay very close attention. Because again, it's real offensive, man, and it's sick.
This is another number stamped on black history, one I talk about less often.
Again, they want to do anything to go against black history, man. They don't like it. This is why black history is not taught in schools, because people like Hubbard don't allow it to, right? Real black history, they'll never teach our young folks, because people like Hubbard keep it hidden, all right? They want to recreate stuff. They want to rewrite stuff to blind you from the actual truth.
Negro also has gematria of 76. So does slave. So does blues. So does the name Louis.
Okay, so he says Negro equals 76, right? Now let me show you something. Now, as we scroll up here to the top, right? Now, this is from Gematrax, right? This is the biggest gematria website that Hubbard didn't create, right? They said the gematria value of the word nigger shall be abolished is 1630, right? Now, I want y'all to see this, right? It says the value of the nigger in gematria is 148. That means Hubbard is lying there, right? Because this is the actual number. Let's click onto this website, right? Look at that, 140. Look at that, 148, right? 360. Again, there's no 72 at all. Again, this is the biggest website, right? The biggest website, dude, right? Hubbard's channel is not even, Hubbard's website is not even on this Google search. This is the top Google search, right? Look at this, right? Now, somebody else calculated as 148, 360, and the number 60, right? So where did Hubbard get off with 72? Where's this? Yeah, where's the 76, right? Where's he get off? Excuse me. Where's 76? Where you get off with saying 76? Where does this number come from, right? If this is a completely different number. Again, Hubbard does not have real gematria. He doesn't. Okay, that means somebody's lying, right? Somebody's telling a big old lie. Again, I keep telling you, this dude is fake. Y'all listen to somebody who wants to be worshipped, dude. He wants to create his own. He wants to be a god. I told you that. He created his own gematria system. Again, clearly see it, right? The nigger word, the N word, right? And again, gematria, this is created by, this is a Jewish system, right? Y'all gotta say there's two types of Jews. There's the Jews who are Jehovah's Witnesses, right? The synagogue ones who worship in their own community. And then there's the Caucasian Jew, like Soros, the ones who are in power, right? These are the ones, the people like Soros are the ones who had our black people enslaved. Hubbard's not going to tell you that his people were slave owners. They were slave masters, right? His last name is a Greenblatt, right? So the people that own slaves, they created this system as a way to justify, right? Because the N-word, and once again, I'm going to show you the definition of it in a minute, but look at this, right? Look at these numbers, right? Look at Miracle, look at all this, right? So again, if it's 148, 360, and 60, right? And this is the biggest Google search gematria website, then again, his number 76 is a lie. It's false. Look at that, man. Look at gematria. Value of the nigger with attitude sign is 1713, right? Look at this. Somebody, again, man, offensive stuff, right? Look at this. Right? This is why should no black person even be learning gematria. This is why you should not be using it, man, if it's this offensive to our people, right? Knowing how bad that word is. And let's look at the Wikipedia, right? It says, jump to the N-word, Ephesianism, right? Because the term is considered extremely offensive, it is often referred to by Ephesianism, the N-word. Let's look at the definition of it. Now, I'm going to read, right? And y'all can read this for yourself, but I'm going to read it here. It says, the word in the 18th century is an adoption of the Spanish word negro, a descendant of Latin adjective nigger, Niger, right? Or nigger, N-I-G-R, which means black. It is used as a derogatory, and by the mid-20th century, particularly in the United States, its usage by anyone other than a black person had become unambiguously, excuse me, prerogative, right? A racist insult. Accordingly, it began to disappear from general popular culture. Its inclusion in classic works of literature has sparked modern controversy, right? So because the term is considered extremely offensive, it is often referred to by euphemism. I'm sorry, man, that's a word I've never seen before, right? The N-word. However, it's remained in use, particularly used as a variant nigga by African Americans amongst themselves, right? So again, I'm showing you where this word comes from. So nothing is really fake, dude. Whoever said that word is a side, again, you need to go back to school. But let's continue, right? Let's continue, right? So again, this 76 is a lie. All this is fake. I showed you what the biggest website was. His gematria fake news is not on there. His website's not on there. It's not on the Google search. It's a top search, right? Because people have already found out how fake he is. Okay? That other website I showed you, that's real gematria. Not this here. This is what he created, right? Because look, he got Negro, he got the slave word, right? So again, he got the blues, he got Lewis, the name Lewis, right? This guy is choosing to be offensive, right? Hubbard is obviously mad at black people, right? Again, he's pleasing his audience. The majority of his audience are people who don't like black people, right? And they want to find a way to justify why our black people do what they're doing, right? They want to say what we doing is fake. They want to disrespect our culture, so he's pleasing them. Because these are the type of people, the people that subscribe to her are the main people that's put money into his Patreon. This guy's stooping that damn low.
Or Lewis, Mr. Farrakhan.
Look at, again, 32, right? Why you keep changing numbers? Again, none of the numbers I'll show you from the website are these. This shows you how fake he is. Okay? So y'all got again, you listen to a damn scam artist. He wants your money. This guy wants to be worshipped. He wants to be a god. His real last name is Greenback. He used Hubbard because if you look on the name Hubbard in gematria, it's the highest value, right? This dude wants to be a grand master. He wants to be a grand wizard. He wants people to worship him. I told you, man, this guy wants to be a cult leader. And that's what he do. He leaves a cult following to worship behind him, right? He wants to deceive more people. He's a wolf in sheep clothing.
The date of this march was a date with numerology of 32, another number that connects to Negro, also his first name. He was 62 years old at the time. Very special number to Masonry. And check it out.
Again, Louis Farrakhan had nothing to do with the Freemasons. That was his organization, right? Now, he might have thanked Black Mason, people with Black Masons for doing good in the community, but the man was not no Freemason. Again, Hubbard hates the Freemasons. I don't know why, because the Masons have never done anything to Zachary K. Hubbard. And I'm going to tell you this now, and I've been telling you this. The Freemasons are not who y'all need to be worried about. Trying to expose a Freemason, that's stupid. You're wasting your freaking time. Because again, the Freemasons are people who mind their own business, right? They study their own culture, right? They got nothing to do with being evil. Again, none of these officers that's been killing unarmed black people, right? None of the presidents are Freemason either. That's the funny part. The people who were president in the last 20 years, name one of them, from Bill Clinton, right? George W. Bush, Barack Obama, and even Donald Trump, none of those guys are actual Freemason members. Okay? Freemasons don't all control the earth. That's a freaking lie. Alright? Especially in America, man. Freemason is not somebody y'all need to be worried about. Black man, black woman. Do not let this man trick y'all. This man always has a problem with Freemason. I don't know why, because none of the Freemasons, these Freemasons ain't even worried about Zachary K. Hubbard. That's the thing, man. He thinks somebody worried about it. Ain't nobody worried about him. That's just him being paranoid. This is what happens when you do a lot of drugs. You're in your house all day long. You ain't got nowhere to go. You don't do nothing, right? You don't work a real job, right? This is what happens. You start thinking about stuff that's not irrelevant. No, man. None of these Freemasons are even doing these mass murderings. Again, the mass murders we've had in the last 3 years, none of them were actual Freemason members. Okay? I don't know where this guy keeps associating people with Freemasons. That's what I tell you, man. Stop associating these gangster rappers with Freemasonry. None of them conform. To be a Freemason, you have to announce you want to be a Freemason, first of all. And Freemasons ain't gonna include everybody in their mage or in their lodge because they're gonna run a background check. This dude has never talked to a Freemason at all. He's never been inside a lodge. You don't know what the hell you're talking about.
From his birthday, which is May 11th, to the date of the march, October 16th, it was his 159th day of being 62 years old. This number represents black man. Here's the Million Man March, 1,000,000 black men, black man, 159.
Again, why are you saying black man? See, why you gotta say black man like, again, it's offensive, dude. Right? Again, these numbers mean absolutely nothing. This Jew just uses these numbers just to justify his hate. He wants to find an excuse to disrespect black people, right? Again, for you to be interviewing Larry Johnson, I wonder what Larry Johnson say you got this, man, right? Well, how would Larry Johnson feel you disrespect the Nation of Islam, right? And you associating him with you. You making Larry Johnson look very terrible, right? You make him look like an Uncle Tom for fooling around with you, Hubbard. Okay? Again, I'm going to show Larry Johnson this video, man, because this, and I told you about Larry Johnson. Larry Johnson lost his freaking mind. Larry Johnson is a bitter black man who's mad that Patrick Mahomes had led the Kansas City Chiefs to a Super Bowl that he couldn't get. That's what Larry Johnson's mad about. That's why he's saying scripted, because he couldn't get no ring. Because when he was on the Chiefs, he was on the Redskins, and when he was on Dolphins or the Bengals, none of those teams were good enough to get past the first round, let alone reach the playoffs when he was on them. Right? I don't think the Dolphins reached the playoffs when he was on there. Right? The Redskins didn't have RG3 then. They weren't that good no more. Right? The Chiefs had opportunities. The Chiefs was never good enough to beat the Patriots, Ravens, Colts, Chargers, Jets, or even the Steelers. And then on top of that, Larry Johnson has going in jail behind domestic abuse. He's a woman beater. That's mean he's beat more than one woman upside the head and went to jail for it. Right? This dude got people trying to donate money into Larry Johnson's the Center of New Orleans. That was a scam because Larry Johnson got a net worth of $20 million. Okay, so Hubbard clearly scammed every last one of y'all. Larry Johnson don't need none of y'all money. That man got plenty of money in bank account. This is a man that not only went to college and graduated, right? He has an inaugural science degree. This man has made over $20 million from the NFL. Larry Johnson still collecting NFL money to this day. All right? That's a complete scam that Hubbard is taking advantage of to get you money. Somebody on one of my channels already told me he got scammed by Hubbard. Right?
Remember this year on September 15th, 15/9, national news headlines of white cop acquitted for killing black man. Which
Hubbard's not going try to see who the officer that did it, right? He don't care about that. That man could care less about black people dying. But for Hubbard to sit here and do a video this offensive, man, it's wrong, dude. You have no respect for our pain and what we're going through, Hubbard. That people who look like you are saying the N-word too. Right? They calling us black men when they kill us, right? Let's say, let's kill this N-word. Let's kill this N-I-G-G-R. Okay, Hubbard? You don't care. All you care about your numbers. You don't give a damn about any of this that's going on.
And not arbitrarily. Every day of the United States, from the beginning to the present, the news, the history has been contrived by this code, because this is the code,
Hubbard, in which your people, your Caucasian Jewish people that's in power, Hubbard, your guys are the ones that's causing all this disruption. Come on, let's be honest, Hubbard, you are a distraction. You're there to confuse the masses, right? You want them to focus on Freemason and not worry about who's really behind closed doors pulling the strings.
That Masons speak in. No doubt Farrakhan's a Mason. Again,
Once again, if you want to know about Freemason, talk to an actual Freemason, right? Because there's been Freemasons who came on YouTube clearing this things up, clearing up these lies, right? Hubbard don't know what the hell you talk about, right? He has a problem. He wants you to focus on Freemason and not worry about who's really behind closed doors, which is his people, right? His people are the Greenbacks, are the one that's actually in power, doing crazy stuff. Dude, go look up the Greenbacks, right? Again, man, y'all gotta look and see what's going on right now. Cause why does this dude hate Freemasons so much? They ain't never did nothing to him. They not even worried about him. The Freemasons are not even. Zachary K. Hubbard is the last thing on a Freemason mind. They minding their own business. They don't got time to worry about Hubbard.
And he was 62 years old when this happened. Mason, 62. So his name has some interesting gematria. 64, 42. We talked about the 76, also the 59. Look. 42 represents the N-word, stamped all over black history.
Again, lie. He wanted an excuse to disrespect Dodger fans, right? Remember, this man in that 42 video show, he called all Dodger fans morons, right? And talked about him, right? Jackie Robinson, who is the biggest Dodger that's out there, right? Besides Beirut, right? He's the biggest Dodger. He's one of the biggest baseball players in black history, man. This man wants to find an excuse to disrespect him. Because he don't like the fact that Jackie Robinson made history, right? He doesn't understand what Jackie Robinson is. He don't understand Jackie Robinson. He had to find an excuse, right? I told you, none of these numbers actually matter. None of them actually equal that N-word. He created this, okay, to please his white audience, who believe his every word he says, right? I told you, this dude is a lie.
Negro also has the gematria of 59. His name.
This is he just want to find a way to say the word. That's what it is, man. He wants to give you an excuse to say it. So using gematria as a reason to call us by a derogatory name, he knows that's going to offend black folks. Because again, if the Nation of Islam see this, man, I'm telling you, man, Hubbard is going to get freaked. They're going to come after Hubbard big time. Hubbard needs to watch out who he's doing, man. He's picking up the wrong people. And see, this is why Hubbard's channel get taken down, because he offends too many people, man. Go look at how many channels people have exposed on Hubbard. This channel is extremely offensive. Okay? Again, man, this guy needs to be stopped. Right? He needs to be shut down. Something like this don't need to be on YouTube anymore. Right? Because if that's the case, man, should nobody follow behind this dude at all. This is not somebody you need to be following.
These numbers makes me wonder who gave this man his name. Again,
that's disrespectful to Louis Farrakhan's mother. His mother and his father gave him his name, right? That's who gave his name. And don't disrespect this man's parents. You already lying on this man. Now you want to disrespect this man's family, man. That's inexcusable. I'm not going to tolerate it no more, Hubbard. This is why me and you going to continue to have a problem. And I ain't going to stand for it. Until you openly apologize for having these videos, man, me and you are enemies. Right? I'm going to continue to expose you for who you really are.
Most of these people that you know by name were born into Masonry. That's why their names are out there.
Nobody is born into Masonry. Once again, you ask any Freemason, right? You have to want to be a Freemason. Nobody's born in Freemasonry, right? Not even a Freemason's child gonna be born into it, right? Again, if whoever's a parents who are Freemasons that have a children, again, that children have to announce they're gonna want to be a part of it. They don't just have them go into it, right? It's something you gotta want to be a part of, right? Freemasons don't just go out and recruit like that. Yeah, they'll invite you, and again, to even go to one of the events, you gotta be invited to, Hubbard. Again, go look at these Freemason videos. Go talk to an actual Freemason. Go on this YouTube and go look at actual Freemasonry if you want to learn about it. But don't look at it from a conspiracy theorist standpoint of view, man, because they're gonna tell you a lie. Right? This man Hubbard fears the Freemasons. That's why he's talking about them so much. He fears how powerful they are. Right? That's what's really going on right now. Right? He has a problem with Freemasonry because of what his family is probably doing behind closed doors. Again, man, nothing about this guy amazing, right? I know what he is. I've been knowing about whoever he is, and this dude, again, he's a deceiver, right? This guy is here to distract you from the actual truth. All this here is just to distract you, right? Again, you should not be worried about Freemasons. That's the last thing that you need to be doing. In America alone, there's too many issues that have nothing to do with Freemasonry at all, because Trump damn sure ain't no Freemasonry. And none of the police officers that's out here killing these black people that's unarmed are Freemason, right? The ones who killed Breonna Taylor, Hubbard, they weren't Freemasons. The McMichaels, who I did a video on, that killed Aubrey Amar and was videotaped, neither one of them were Freemason. Those were hillbillies. They're mad that a black man is jogging through their neighborhood. But you don't see Hubbard doing a video on that neither.
Masonry controls this nation, controls all aspects of this nation.
No, they do not. Again, Hubbard has not told you about Skull and Bones, right? You got the Baphomet, you got the OTO. There's other organizations out there. And Skull and Bones is what Ronald Reagan and George Bush Sr. and George W. Bush were a part of, right? That's what a lot of presidents come out of. Go research Skull and Bones. He's not telling you about Skull and Bones at all, right? Now I'm gonna tell you, man, a majority of presidents were not Freemasons, right? You have members of Skull and Bones from other organizations, Hubbard. Not to forget you got fraternities like Alpha Phi Alpha, you got Omega Psi Phi, you got other people from other organizations who get in power. But none of them are Freemason members, right? And again, I told you the difference between an Illuminati member and a Freemason member. They're two completely different organizations.
You know, the Black Panther Party, completely Masonic from beginning.
No, they were not. Again, man, the Black Panther Party, the reason why they were for was so they could go against the police officers. The same thing that's going on now was going on in the 1970s. They were formed, UNP Newman formed their group so they could protect themselves from what the police officers were doing, right? Because the KKK was policing these neighborhoods, right? The officers continued to harass black folks, and they stood against them. They used their right to bear arms, Hubbard. None of them had anything to do with Freemasonry at all, right? They believe in what Malcolm X believed in, and that's another thing. This dude wants to do a video with Malcolm X trying to tie Louis Farrakhan into it, right? It's sad. It's really effed up, man. It really is. Again, you got somebody that's willing to freaking lie, don't know what the hell you talk about. This man don't even study black history like that. Again, these numbers have absolutely no meaning at all. No, the Black Panther Party is used to combat these officers. Much like what this black militias do. And I got a video coming too, because I'm gonna respond to Terrence K. Williams. He got his coming too. But Hubbard don't know what he talk about at all. Hubbard does not study black history. You ain't study Black Panthers at all.
To end. Black Lives Matter, run by Masonry.
Now, Black Lives Matter is ran by George Soros. George Soros is not a Mason member. I showed you that. I did a video with him already, right? Now, I don't like how Black Lives Matter is run, but I'm not finna put them in and associate them with the N-word, Hubbard. Now you're going way too far, right? Why are you even bringing up Black Lives Matter? You know they'll respond. Black Lives Matter, have you take it down, man. I'm serious, dude. You barking up the wrong tree, dude. You're offending the wrong people. You're attacking the wrong people. Hubbard, black people are not your enemy. These numbers ain't gonna tell nobody nothing. They have absolutely no meaning, and then you have the wrong calculations. These are not even real gematria numbers. Again, Hubbard, you got people believing in something that's fake, right? You giving people who look like you reasons to keep saying the N-word, reason to insult my black people and everything we're trying to do. Again, the reason why, Black Lives Matter, one of the reasons they're protesting is because these officers continue to harass and kill people who look like me, Hubbard. See, Hubbard, you don't live the life that my people live. You'll never know what it's like to be this black skin. This is why me and you have a freaking problem. You're not black at all, dude. You could never understand. See, Hubbard, if me and you would stand and have an argument, the officers will take your side or mine. They'll shoot me and spare you, Hubbard. Let's just be honest. I'm the one they're gonna go after. Again, Hubbard, that's a problem when you smoke too much weed, man. You doing too much drugs. It got your mind on some stupid stuff, man. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. Hubbard, you need to stop now, man. You're going way too far. Okay? That's why the Black Panther Party is formed, because they want to go against with the system. They didn't like how the system was treating black people unfairly. And Hubbard, it's bad enough a black man, black woman can't even get a fair trial. Again, George Zimmerman should be in jail. He's out, released. Because people that look like you, Hubbard, are in power. Come on, Hubbard, why don't you tell the masses what's really going on? Hubbard, your Caucasian Jewish people are the ones in power. They're the ones in government positions, right? They're in Congress. They're the ones that's run this country, not the Masons. This is why you probably have a problem with Freemasonry, because Freemasons probably going against what your people are doing. Come on, Hubbard, man. You're green black. Okay? You can't confuse me, man. You can't trick me. I know who the hell you are, man. You're going too far. Now, you should never put Black Lives Matter in this type of video, man. Now you losing it. You going way too damn far, man. You have a freaking problem, man. You need to stop. Because your fan base, Hubbard, gonna cause you to get into some serious trouble, man. I'm dead serious, man. Hubbard, your so-called fan base gonna cause you to piss off and offend a lot of black people that they're gonna start coming after you, Hubbard. You're not ready for that type of drama. You're not, man. You don't care about black people at all. Right, Hubbard? You don't understand why black people, why Louis Farrakhan had this Million Man March, why he united so many black people. You can't grasp that at all. You don't understand that. You don't like the fact that black people are coming together and fighting back against people who look like you, Hubbard. Let's just be honest. Yeah, you want to play this victim role, man. No, stop it, man. These numbers are offensive. They have no meaning at all.
Masonry. They control all things, even controlled opposition. They're in the business of control. That's their game.
No, Freemasons are not in control like that. Freemasons only focus on helping their own people, right? They're focused on building up communities, man. They're trying to help people. The black people who are Freemasons, they based on helping their own community. They're not worried about trying to control the earth like that. That's false. That's lies, okay? Again, you're looking at somebody who's clearly here to distract you, man. Hubbard is paid to distract you, right? Again, this is somebody whose mind is paranoid. Again, look at this man's eyes. This could tell you, right? This is why he wears glasses, because he's high as hell. This dude is on all kinds of drugs, man. He's losing it, right? And to get this money, this man clearly is angry. You can see it, man. This man got demons. Look at this man's face. That's the face of a demon. Hubbard has a lot of devils right now, man. Hubbard needs this is somebody who needs serious help. No, what this is, Hubbard is jealous of black folks. And you put him in Freemasons because you don't like Freemasons at all. Because again, how is a black man going to have any kind of control? First of all, Hubbard, if Louis Farrakhan was really a Freemason, man, would there be any of these officers out here getting away with what they've been doing? Right? Let me just ask yourselves that. So you say Freemasons in control. You putting Louis Farrakhan in control of this. If a black man was really in control, man, there'd be none of this foolishness going on in the last 50 years, Hubbard. There'd be no segregation, right? There'd be no Willie Lynch, right? There'd be no Willie Lynch coming out, right? There'd be no Jim Crow laws saying that's color only. Black folks got to eat and got to sit in the back of a bus. Black folks got to eat at their own restaurants, right? Come on, Hubbard, man. This is somebody who's not in freaking reality at all. And it pisses me off, man. I'm not going to have it no more, Hubbard. I'm not playing with your behind, Hubbard. I'm serious, man. You need to be shut down. Because, Hubbard, if me and you was in your face, I'll be telling this to your face. I'm not scared of none of you. I'm not scared of who you represent. I ain't scared of none of these people that so-called that's pumping your head up, Hubbard. You have a freaking problem. You have a freaking issue. You don't understand at all. Hubbard, I can look at your face. You somebody who's angry as hell. You mad at these black folks. Just be honest, Hubbard. You hate black culture. That's why you keep doing these videos about these athletes. You pick these athletes because of our abilities. You say Kevin Durant's fake his injury because you don't like the fact that Kevin Durant is almost 7'2" and has a long wingspan and can make money. That's what you're mad about, Hubbard. Because again, how would a black man have any control? Again, Breonna Taylor, right? George Floyd, and Jacob Blake. Jacob Blake was shot 7 freaking times. It don't take an officer to shoot somebody 7 times unless they're trying to kill him, Hubbard. Again, Hubbard, these numbers have no freaking meaning at all. They're not going to tell you why an officer in a black uniform and badge who made a vow to honor, serve, and protect is choosing to go against his code of honor just to kill a black man or a black woman.